I remember collecting my first salary and splitting it into two. I sent my wife 50K out of it. She called me and insulted me, asking me what 50K was meant to do in the life of the children. Hello, it's another week and you're welcome to Life Stories with Busi. Last week was the AFCON finals and we wanted to win so badly. We really wanted to win that cup, but we came second place. We're not so happy about it. But you know what? I mean, they did a good job. The Super Eagles did a fantastic job. And you realize one thing, Nigerians, whenever we're taking part in a competition, at that point, we realize that we're Nigerians. We're not divided by our ethnic sentiments. We're not divided across ethnic lines. We were all Nigerians because we all wanted to win. And I just want to say today that let us all remember at the end of the day that we're Nigerians first. At the point of AFCON, when we're throwing banters with Ghanaians, with people from Ivory Coast or from wherever country, from Ghana, with South Africans, we were Nigerians. The Ghanaians did not say, Igbos or Hausas. No, they were talking about Nigerians. So let us be Nigerian first. Let us have a Nigerian orientation in everything that we do. I know that things are quite interesting in Nigeria now. Everyone is feeling the pinch, the cost of fuel, inflation, dollar, cost of living is so high. Every time I go shopping, things would have increased from what I bought the previous month or the previous week and things like that. Every time I go shopping and I come back with just a few things that the money that I took to the market, which could buy a lot of things, some years ago, and I take a look at it now, I just start to laugh because instead of crying, I just start laughing. At this point, I just want to say, please don't let us give up. Let's keep pushing. This is our country. I know that a lot of people will be like, is that possible? I want to tell you that it is possible to have a country of our dream. It's achievable. It's possible. Okay? Today, I have an update from a story that I told in 2022. And I'm so excited by the improvements and the progress that this person has made since 2022 till now. For context, I'll give you a summary of the story, but I'll also put a link above. The story was sent in by a man, Jide, and his wife had invested in a business for him, and that business didn't pick up. And the failure of the business became a reference point for the wife and the mother-in-law. So every time he tried to give his opinion about something in the house, the mother-in-law and the wife will refer to the business that got bad, and they'll say to him that, oh, you cannot give any advice. After all, the business that you were doing failed and things like that. The wife and the mother-in-law kind of always disrespected him. They didn't take his opinion serious. The worst part was that he was living in a house that was bought or built by the wife. So the mother-in-law always had a say, always, would pull him down and things like that. And then there was this guy that was a business partner and the best friend of his wife, and he wasn't comfortable with the relationship. And when he raised it, the mother-in-law came, for him and was like, what's your business? They can be friends. Well, who are you? That kind of a thing. Then the guy wasn't doing anything. Then he offered to be a stay-at-home dad, taking care of the children. I think there was a day that he wanted to go for an interview and there was no one at home. So he took his children to his parents or to the sister or something like that. When the wife and the mother-in-law came back, they didn't find it funny, that he took the children to his family. They insulted him a lot, told him that he was always making bad decisions. Why would he take the children to his family? I think the man was just tired. He had had enough, and he said that his mental health was at stake. He was going into depression and things like that. I think a lot of people gave him a lot of advice. Some people told him to stay and just be the man of the house, find something doing. Some people say that he should just go away for a while and things like that. You started a business and the business did not work. What do you want to say? There's nothing. Who are you? You're not doing anything, So, it became a struggle. It became a struggle for him. And he said he just kept on keeping his cool. He would take care of the children. He was the one cooking, taking the children to school, doing everything. So it was like the stay-at-home dad doing all that while his wife was doing all that business. His family were not welcomed in his house because the wife was like, no, you can't bring your family members cannot come stay with us. So even when they had their child, Jide's mom could not come. Jide's siblings, the wife said no, they cannot come because she felt that they were just going to constitute a nuisance in her house. So she didn't want them and all that. And so Jide was getting tired of all these things. So I think for him, things degenerated into the point where the wife had a bestie. And the bestie is a guy. And all of a sudden, Jide felt like the wife and the bestie, you know, they were becoming too close for his own good. And he felt that they were becoming too close. And, you know, he raised the issue. And the mother-in-law was like, why? Why would you raise an issue? As in, she's always known this guy. So what's your problem? So please leave them alone and things like that. There's nothing going on. And if you feel that there's something going on, you should carry your things and generally get out of this house because this is my daughter's house. At the point he confided in his friends, and his friends were like, look, you have to be a man in this case. You cannot just decide. That's a clip of the story, and you will see a link up there that you can click so that you can watch the full story. Anyway, this is 2 years after, and the man is writing in again. So this time he has made a lot of progress, and I am just so excited by his progress. So come along with me and let's see the progress that Jide has made since 2022. My name is Jide. I wrote to you in 2022 about the way my mother-in-law and wife treated me. I think you titled that episode Men Also Cry. A lot has happened after that time, and I want to share it with you. First, I'll say, women, be careful. Don't lose a good man because he's going through issues and trying to find himself. So my wife invested in a business for me, and the business went south. Every advice that I gave, she rejected. The reference point was the business she invested in and didn't work. I confirmed that she and the guy that was her bestie were actually dating, though the guy was married. I challenged my wife, and these were her mother's exact words. So Banfenko, kila yo gbori, abita yo riri. That was my cue to leave. People who don't understand Yoruba, what this Tobanfenko kila yo riri or kila yo gbori means, let me try to translate what the mother-in-law said in Yoruba to English. What she said literally was, and so what if the lady is dating her bestie? What's the big deal? What is it that the world has not heard or seen before? That's what she said. I took the advice of some of the people who commented on your page, and I left for a while. See the reason why it's important for you to comment. Every time I keep shouting, please comment, please comment. These comments are very important. So this guy is saying that he took a cue, you know, from the comments of people. I remember, if I go through the comments, I know that a lot of people told him that he should leave and go find himself. And that was what he did. I mean, we were able to help him. So every time I keep on saying, please comment, don't just watch, always comment. That comment is very important. Because when people send in their stories, they are looking for a feedback, they are looking for counsel, they are looking for advice. And so many times, a lot of them are in the comment section, reading the comments and trying to make informed decisions. Comments are the most important thing that we need on this program because people make informed decisions from these comments. So the comments are very important. So please always leave your comments. Don't just watch. Please leave your comments. In fact, if you don't like, it's fine, but just leave your comments. So I took the advice of some of the people who commented, and I left for a while. My mother did some investigation, and she said that what she found out was that my mother-in-law was the one that was fighting against my destiny because she wanted her daughter, that is my wife, to be like her, have money with no husband. Whether that was true or not wasn't important for me. All I wanted to do was succeed. I got a job, and though I thought that it wasn't really worth it, they were paying 100K. For me, it was something. I remember collecting my first salary and splitting it into two. I sent my wife 50K out of it. She called me and insulted me, asking me what 50K was meant to do in the life of the children. She said I should never send money into her account again. I started sending the money into my children's savings accounts that she opened for them. I left her house because she and her mother wanted me out, but I will never abandon my children. 3 months into my job, my cousin who lives in the US said he needed someone to supervise his building project. And I started helping him, giving accounts daily, showing pictures and video updates. His friend who needed a project manager for the estate and shopping complex that he was building liked the way that I was accountable and offered me more to supervise his projects. While I was doing that, I realized that people were making money from selling properties. So I became an agent for some of these property companies and I started selling land. My cousin and his friends had a lot of people in diaspora who were interested in buying properties back home. So they recommended me to some of their friends. Some wanted to buy houses and I facilitated that. I was transparent in all I did and I made more money. As the money increased, I transferred more money into my children's account. 2023 was a good year for me. I made good money. I was able to buy my own house and a good car. I paid 7 million into my wife's account. 5 million that she invested into the failed business and 2 million to serve as profits. I sent a message to her because she wasn't picking my calls to explain. I also told her that I wanted to see my children. She agreed for me to pick up the children up one weekend. I went to her house and she had traveled. It was her mother that I met. I greeted her and she said that I should never greet her again. She said her daughter might be fooled that I'm doing well, but she knows that it's either money rituals I did or yahoo yahoo. My mother taught me well. I thanked her and I took my children for the weekend. My joy knew no bounds, that I could afford the things that my children were used to. This made me very emotional. When I took the children back, my wife was there and she was a bit nice. She thanked me for returning the money she loaned me, though she didn't think that it was necessary. She wanted to know what I was into and I told her. I also told her that I was ready to start paying the children's school fees. I thanked her for all the things that she has done for the children and for me in the past. I could tell that she was close to crying. She saw me off and that was it. First week of December last year, she lost her mother. She called me to please come, that she was devastated. I went to her house for a few days to console her. Sometimes in January this year, she said that we should try and work out our relationship, that she thinks that I should come back to the house so that we stop confusing the children. I told her that I could consider working on the relationship, but coming back to our house, never. Never again will I be that vulnerable with a woman. I told her that I needed her to come clean about our relationship with her bestie, that I wanted the truth. She confessed to me that they were intimate in the course of our marriage. The guy's wife found out about the relationship. She threatened her and eventually she and the guy fell out. I needed to know if the children were mine. She said that the children were mine. I don't doubt that, but my mother is insisting on DNA. Sincerely, I don't know how to feel about her. She's requesting that we see a marriage counselor or therapist. And I keep asking myself, if I didn't make my way out of poverty, would she have considered reconciling with me? Did her mother's death break her defenses to see me differently? As of now, if I want to do this marriage thing with her again, it will be because of my children. But is it really worth it? Did I love her before? Yes. I still feel the same way? I sincerely can't tell. Her mother's burial is in March, and she's been begging me to attend and do the necessary in-law duties. But I don't know how I will feel walking behind the coffin of such a wicked woman who frustrated my life. I'm still wondering, if I haven't made money, would she have wanted me to be there? Wow. First, let me say congratulations for how far you have come. I'm so glad at the progress you have made. And I'm also glad that even in all this matter, you chose to be a responsible father. Even when you were earning 100K, you still split it into two and sent 50K to your children's account. I think that's amazing. I think that you're an amazing father, and I say well done. I must say to you that your thoughts are valid, and everybody will think that same way. I will think the same way too. So your thoughts are very valid. If you have not made money, we should have considered all these things she's considering now. We should have considered it. We should have considered coming back to you. One of the things I like about these stories, and one of the things I've always told people, is that success is a good response for naysayers. Success is a good response for naysayers. People who do not believe in you, people who underrated you, people who do not believe in your dreams, people who do not even support you. Just be successful. Once you are successful, everybody becomes your friend, everybody becomes your relations, everybody becomes your sisters and your brother. Success is always a great comeback. Success is always a good response to naysayers any day, anytime. And I love that you have made a success of your life. I think I should give this relationship time. You've been gone for 2 years, and 2 years you've lived apart. So a lot has gone on in 2 years, and you can't just wish it away. So yeah, if you want to visit a therapist, yes, you want to see married counselors, why not? But I think that you need time. I should give it time. Nobody should pressure you into doing what you don't want to do. Just give it time to sort out, assess what you feel, how you feel, or what you are feeling. If it's a relationship that you want to continue with, or you don't want to continue, don't be pressured into going back into this relationship because of your children or anything. No, it should be because you want to be in this marriage and not because of the children. Because in some years to come, the children are going to leave home and all that. So what would happen to that marriage after that? So I think that you should give it time. Do not be pressurized into doing anything. Should you go for this burial and perform in-law duties? If it is me, Busola, I will not go. Sincerely, I won't. But there's a saying that to hear is human, to forgive is divine. The woman is dead. Should you perform in-law duties? Yeah, for posterity's sake, for the sake of your children. Yeah, you can. Just be there. I wish you the best, Mr. Ajayi. Guys, what do you think about all the things that has been said? Do you think Mr. Ajayi should go for the burial, or do you think I should abstain? What do you think he should do? Remember that Mr. Ajayi will be in the comment section, and he will be making informed decision from the comments that will drop there. So drop your comments. Don't just watch. Drop your comments. The next time when I come your way again, my name remains Busola Daily David. Bye.